Hey yogis, good morning. Super excited to have you all join us this morning. We have a really cool special edition of Hatha today. It's combining two different practices. You're going to go through the entire Hatha sequence, and we're also going to end with some Yin yoga at the very end. And so, because this is 60 minutes, the Hatha sequence is going to be a little bit different than what you're used to. We're only going through each posture one time. Okay, so give it your all. But also remember to take breaks if you need, to honor your body always. And if you need water, take some water whenever you need. But we're going to start with pranayama breathing. So make sure that you are standing up tall on your mat. I hope you all have a really good class. Stand up tall on your mat. Make sure your feet are all the way together. You want your big toes, your heels to touch. And then make sure you're standing up tall so that your shoulders are right over your hips. Interlock all 10 fingers underneath your chin. Press your thumbs against your throat and keep the tops of your shoulders relaxed. Remember, with your pranayama breathing, you want to take your time. 6 counts for every inhale, 6 counts for every exhale. Let's do it. Begin. Change. Arms down to both sides. Half moon. Inhale, arms come up. Interlock all 10 fingers. Press your palms into each other. Cross your thumbs. Bring your arms back behind your ears. Squeeze your thighs together. Take a deep breath in. Reach up and do a warm up. So just sway your arms from side to side. Feel the opening in your side body, your spine. Keep your hips and your shoulders squared to the top edge of your mat and your chin away from your chest. Keep your spine nice and long. And when you stretch both sides, stop right in the middle. Ground your feet firmly into the mat. Take a deep breath in, reach up high, squeeze your palms together. And as you exhale, bring your arms to the right, your lower body to the left. So creating a nice opening down your left side body. Rock the weight to your heels, squeeze your glutes, lean your upper body back so your chest is nice and lifted. That's going to help you with your breathing. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. Press your palms into each other, and then with every inhale, grow just a little bit taller. As you exhale, drive your hips to the left, going deeper with every round, creating that nice long line of energy from your fingertips down to your left heel. Bring your right shoulder forward, your left side hip forward, and then again, maintaining the weight all the way back onto your heels. Come down lower for your last few seconds. Change, come right up. Standing up tall, readjust your grip. Press your feet back into the mat. Take a deep breath in, reach up high. And as you exhale, bend your body to the left. Lower body pushes to the right. So hips, again, are still square to the top edge of your mat. Your hips are slightly forward so that you can lean your upper body back. So imagining here that you are growing taller with every inhale. The more you ground your feet into the mat, the more solid your foundation is. And you want to make sure you have that foundation so that you can create even more space in your upper body. Squeeze your palms back together. Keep your chin off of your chest, eyes forward. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. Nice controlled breathing in through your nose, out through your nose, keeping that internal heat right inside your body. Push your hips to the right for 3, 2, 1. Change, come right back up. Stay tall and lifted here with your upper body. Start by dropping your head back. You're going into your first backward bend. So as you drop your head back, feel the stretch in your throat. Reach your fingertips up, look right in between your hands. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, you're going to push your hips forward, drop your head back. So as you go into this backward bend, trace a line down the ceiling. Feel the opening in your front side body. Bring the weight back to your heels. Squeeze your glutes. Drop your arms back even more, creating a deeper opening in your front side body. Hips forward. Weight is in your heels. Bring your arms back. Look back. Way back. Go back. Change. Come up as you inhale. Take a moment here, stand up tall on your exhale, hinge at your hips, forward fold. So you're coming down, using your core strength. When you make your way all the way down, you get a little warm up, bend one knee at a time. Sway your hips from side to side. Shake your head out yes and no, maybe even go into a squat. I need it this morning. So feel any tension from your body, roll off of your shoulders down to your mat. And let's get ready now for hands to feet pose. Bend your knees as much as you can. Scoop your heels from behind, grabbing your heels. Keep that grip and then pull as hard as you can. Roll the weight to your toes. Drop your head down. Feel your entire upper body press into your legs. So stomach on thighs, chest on your knees. Drop your head down. Feel the weight shift to your toes. Straighten out your legs as much as you can. Extend through the crown of your head. So try to get the top of your head to touch your feet. Try to get your forehead to touch your shins. Suck your stomach up and in. Lift your hips a little bit higher. Pull as hard as you can. Release. Bend your knees. Release the grip. Come up with your arms and your head together. Spine nice and long. Exhale, arms come right back down. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. We're going to go into awkward pose. Your feet are going to be hip width distance apart. Extend your arms all the way out to straight so that your fingertips are right in line with your shoulders. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, sit into the chair that is directly behind you. So you want to make sure that the weight is on your heels, your thighs are parallel to the floor. As you bring the weight to your heels, maybe wiggle your toes to make sure that the weight is distributed where it needs to be. Lean your upper body back so that your chest is lifted. Energize your fingertips forward as your counterbalance. And then now with every breath, sit down a little bit lower. Create that backward bend. Lift your chest, shoulders down. Change. Come right back up. Keep your feet where they are. Second part, stand up all the way onto your tippy toes. So spine stays long. Your heels are super lifted. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, sit right into that chair while keeping your heels elevated. You want to make sure your shoulders and hips stay parallel to the floor. If you're shaking, that means your body is working. Go with it. Breathe. Sit low, but keep your heels high. Lean your upper body back so that your shoulders stack right over your hips. Tuck your tailbone under at the end. Change. Come right back up. Heels down. Whew, third part. Come up just a couple of inches onto your toes. Squeeze your knees and your thighs together. Keep the tops of your shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, slowly come down. Keep your thighs connected. The tops of your shoulders relaxed. Use control to make your way down. Make sure that when you get to the bottom that your heels stay lifted, or your hips stay lifted over your heels. Squeeze your thighs together. Commit to your breath. Squeeze a little bit tighter. And then release. Slowly come right back up. The exact same pacing as you made your way down. Heels down. Right foot back to the place, arms down both sides. Eagle is next. Your feet should still be together. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. As you exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left. Pull your elbows down. Get your fingertips below your nose. Feel the opening between your shoulders. Suck your stomach in. Sit down low. Keep your knees bent. Swing your right leg up and then over. So eagle legs. Try to get your thighs to press into each other. Point your toes so that one day you will get your foot to wrap around your left calf muscle. If that's not happening today, no worries. Just point your toes where you want them to go. Sit low. Make sure your shoulders and hips stay square to the mat. Feel the weight shift to your heels and then lean your upper body back. You want to be super, super short here. Change. Feet together. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, swing your left arm underneath your right. Same thing. Pull your elbows down. Feel your fingertips inch below your nose. And then as you exhale, sit down low. Keep your hips where they are. Swing your left leg up and then over. So what you want to do here is bend your standing knee, which is the right knee. Cross and twist. Press your thighs into each other, just like you did the other side. Keep your shoulders and hips square to the mat, but also parallel to the ground. Point your left toes where you want them to go behind your right calf muscle. Sit down low, lean your upper body back. Be the shortest you can possibly be. Change. Great job. Feet together. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, slowly bring them right back down. Take some time. And just like that, we're going to go right into the balancing series, starting with standing head to knee. Take a moment here to just get regrounded. Always remembering in between each posture, you want to be still and make sure that your feet are planted into the mat. We're going into standing head to knee. Shift the weight to your left leg. Keep your left foot planted into the mat. Keep your core engaged by pulling your stomach in and then round down. Reach underneath your right flexed foot. So when you get that grip, all 10 fingers are interlocked. You want your right knee and your right hip in one line, your right heel and your right knee in one line. Feel the rounding in your back. Suck your stomach in. Look at one spot on the floor that doesn't move. That's going to help you maintain your balance. Keep your left leg engaged, your left foot planted into the mat. And then again, your core tight. That's going to help get rid of any wobbles. If your standing knee, so your left knee, if it's locked, go ahead and kick your right foot forward. Create an upside down L with both of your legs. Your right heel, right knee should be in one line. Your toes are flexed back. So feel that stretch down the backs of your legs. If both knees are locked, go ahead, exhale, bend your elbows down. Get your elbows to go below your calf muscle. If you have it in you, go ahead, bring your chin down to your chest. Get your forehead and your knee to touch. Change. Slowly come right back up. Reversing the way you went in. Stand up tall, shoulders over your hips. The other side, shift the weight to your right leg. Lock your knee, contract your quad, suck your stomach in, and then round down. Same thing, get that grip underneath your left flexed foot. So the more you commit to getting that grip, the more solid your foundation, you'll be able to hang out in this posture longer. And then again, remember, look at that one spot on the floor that doesn't move. Your core is tight. You're committing to your breath. If your standing knee is locked, go ahead. Kick your left foot forward. Move into this slowly with control, just like you do in every posture. Heel forward, toes back. Create that nice stretch down the backs of both of your legs. And if both knees are locked, go ahead, exhale. Bend your elbows down. Get your elbows to touch your calf muscle. If they go below, then you can bring your chin down, round down, get your forehead and your knee to touch. Change. Slowly reverse out. Left foot down, realign your spine. Open up your chest. Beautiful, friends. Standing bow pulling is next. Shift the weight to your left leg, lock your knee, bend your right elbow at your waist, palm facing up, and then grab your right foot right from the inside. Point your toes, squeeze your knees together so that both of your hips are in one line, and then extend your left hand up. Keep your spine nice and long. Point your right toes right away. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, point your toes. Kick your right toes all the way up. Drive your toes up with your kick. Exhaling, reaching forward, keeping your left arm nice and straight. So because this is a minute-long pose, take your time to get into the full expression. Commit to squeezing your right glute. Hamstring nice and warm. Kick harder. Feel the opening in your chest. Right in between your shoulder blades. Drive your toes higher. Kick. With every exhale, point your toes up a little bit more, squeeze, change. Slowly reverse out. Right foot comes down. Left arm releases to your left side. Great job. Bend your left elbow at your waist. Drop your hand down. Grab your foot. Point your toes and then extend your right hand up. Keep your right arm nice and straight. Your right bicep framing your right ear. Point your left toes. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, kick. I'm going to look at one spot on the floor that doesn't move so I don't wobble. I hope you're doing the same. Point your left toes and then energize your toes up towards the ceiling. Imagine you will stamp it one day with your left big toe. Now kick even more. Make sure you're distributing all the weight equally into all four corners of your right foot. And then keep your right arm straight, energized, and reaching forward more and more. Chin touching your right shoulder. Open up your chest, twisting your spine. Point your toes and kick even more with every exhale. Come down, kick for 3, 2, 1. Change, come right back up. Bring your right arm down, arms down to both sides. Take a moment. And now we're going to go into balancing stick. I'm going to turn to the side, but start with your feet all the way together. As you inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Interlock all 10 fingers. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. Take a deep breath in. Right foot steps forward, a big step. Lift your left toes. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips. You're creating a capital T with your body. Hips, shoulders square to the mat. Keep your chin forward. Energize your fingertips, toes apart. Right leg muscles engaged, core tight. Look forward, reach forward, kick, stretch, change. Come back to the back of your mat. Keep your arms exactly where they are. Take a deep breath in, left foot steps forward. Lift your right. Exhale, hinge at your hips. So again, creating that capital T with your body. You want to keep all of the muscles in your body energized and engaged. So reach your toes back. Keep your core tight, belly into spine. Squeeze your ears with your biceps. Look forward, chin away from your chest. Reach forward, lower your chest. Lift your right leg. Change. Come back to the back of your mat. Exhale. Bring your arms down to both sides. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now on your next inhale, reach your arms all the way up. On your exhale, right foot steps to the right. A big step, 4 feet distance. Make sure both heels are in one line. Reach your arms all the way apart. Keep your shoulders down and away from your ears. You want your toes to face in, your heels to face out. Take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, just hinge at your hips. Come down with your spine neutral. Make your way down with control. Once you are completely folded over, reach for your heels from behind, the outsides of your feet, or you can place your hands right in front of your forehead, right in between your feet. Whatever you do, make sure that you are looking down at the floor, not what's going on behind you. So as you look for the floor, you're able to encourage your spine to lengthen. So with every exhale, pull. Feel the deep stretch from your hips down to your heels. Feel the lengthening in your spine as you bend your elbows. Roll the weight to your toes. If your forehead and your mat are not touching, maybe take your feet farther apart. Maybe bend your elbows a little bit more. Tap into your bicep strength. Pull a little bit harder at the end. And then release. Extend your arms out to straight. Come up with a flat back. Keep your core tight. Awesome. Turn your right foot out. You're going to go right into triangle. So your toes are going to face the top edge of your mat. Bend your right knee, bounce it out. When you get set up here for your triangle, you want to make sure your right thigh is parallel to the floor. Shoulders stay stacked perfectly over your hips. Reach your fingertips apart. Keep everything from the waist down completely still. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, just cartwheel your arms. Reach your right hand down. Extend your left hand up. So here, reaching your left fingertips up nice and high so that you can feel the opening all the way down your left side body. So fingertips down to your left heel. Squeeze your left butt cheek, contract your left quad, and then roll the weight to the outside edge of your left foot. Press your right elbow into your right knee to open up your right side hip. Turn and twist your spine. Ground your right foot firmly into the mat. Change. Hold the lunge as you reverse. Straighten out your right leg. Turn your right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your left knee, bounce. So same thing, go through that checklist. Create a 90-degree angle with your left leg. Keep your left thigh parallel to the floor. Open up your chest. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel your arms. So same thing. Reach your left hand down. Right arm reaches up. Turning your head so that your chin touches your right shoulder. Feel the twist in your spine right away. Feel that long line of energy from your fingertips down to your right foot. Press your left elbow into your left knee. Open up your left side hip. Keep your core tight so belly is into your spine. Continue to breathe slowly in through your nose, out through your nose. Release. We made it. Straighten out your leg. Left toes in. Reach your arms up. Feet together. Exhale. Arms come right back down. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Your breath steady. Now we're going to go into standing separate leg, head to knee. As you inhale, reach your arms up. Press your palms together. Only cross your thumbs. As you exhale, right foot steps to the right, 3 feet distance. Pivot, and now move your hips so that your hips become parallel to the top edge of your mat. Keep both of your feet planted into the floor. Reach your arms up. Bring your chin down to your chest as you exhale. Round down. Take your time using your core strength. Keep your hips square to the mat. Thinking again, lengthening your spine. Once you are completely folded over, bend your right knee as much as you need so that your knee and your forehead touch. I'm going to use a little bit of help by separating my hands. The more you bend your right knee, the more you're able to press it into your forehead. And that's the connection that you want here. Pull your stomach in, round your back, press your fingertips into the floor if you've separated your hands like me, and then send your breath to your backside body. Change. Straighten out your right leg, hands back into prayer. Come up slowly, again, using your core strength. Lift up, and then turn to face left, turn to face the backside edge of your mat. Square off your hips, reach your arms up, chin down to your chest as you exhale, come right back down. Take your time. So remembering to keep your hips square to the back edge of your mat, encouraging your spine to lengthen as you make your way down. When you are there, you can keep your hands in prayer or separate them. Bend your left knee as much as you need to. Remember, this posture is all about that forehead to knee connection. So if it's not happening, like me, you're going to bend your knee like crazy. You're going to bring your chin down to your chest even more. Suck your stomach in, round your back. Press your fingertips into the floor. Commit to your breath for 3, 2, 1. Release. Straighten out your left leg, hands back into prayer. Come up nice and slow. And then release. Turn to face the left. Right foot meets the left. Exhale. Arms come right back down. Beautiful, friends. We're already almost done with the standing series. We've just got tree pose and toe stand. Start with your feet all the way together. Arms on both sides. Shift the weight to your left leg. Lock your knee. Lift your right foot up. Sole of your foot will face the ceiling. Your left palm is going to face forward. Stand up tall. Ground your left foot into the mat. Shoulders stack right over your hips. With every inhale, stand up a little bit taller. With every exhale, bring your right knee down and back. So what you're doing here is opening up your right side hip. When you have it, bring your hands into prayer. Press your thumbs into your chest. Shoulders stay relaxed. Bring your elbows down. You can stay here if you want to go into toe stand. Look at the floor in front of you. Hinge at your hips. Place your fingertips on the floor. Bend your left knee. Rest your hips on your heel. Then walk your hands to both sides of your body. My friends who are staying in tree, commit to your breath. My friends going into toe stand, go to your deepest expression. And then release, coming right back up. The exact same way you went in, focusing on that one spot on the floor that doesn't move is always going to keep you grounded. Release. Bring your right leg down, arms down to both sides. Shift the weight to your right leg. Same thing here. Lift your left foot up. This time the sole of your left foot faces the ceiling and your right palm faces forward. Go through that checklist just like you did before. Shoulders over your hips. Right leg is energized. Right foot plants into the floor. Your left knee is going down and back so that one day both of your knees will be in one line. When you are ready, bring your hands into prayer right at your chest. Shoulders down, elbows down and relaxed. Staying here for as long as you want, but if you want to go into your toe stand, look at the floor, and then as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down with your right knee locked. Once you get there, you can bend your right knee. And then rest your hips on your heel. Walk your hands to both sides, stack your shoulders over your hips, maintaining balance by staring at that one magical spot. Bring your hands into prayer, acknowledging that one side might be a little bit more wobbly than the other. If you went into toe stand, release, straighten out your right leg. A for effort, everybody, take your time. Come up to standing, and then release. Bring your left leg down, honor your hard work in the standing series, and then go ahead, find yourself in your Savasana. So your half-time Savasana, get to lay on your back just for a moment, extending your legs down to both sides, or down your mat, bringing your arms down to both sides of your body. Open up your chest. Commit here to just a few moments of stillness, pressing your entire backside body into the floor, allowing your front side body to feel light. Know here that when you are in your Savasana, you are receiving all the benefits of your hard work. And so the less movements you make, the more you're able to receive. Beautiful work, friends. We're going to go into the floor series now with wind removing pose. Just bend your right knee. Pull as hard as you can so that you can get your knee to touch your right shoulder. You want to pull away from your rib cage. You want your knee and your right ankle to be in one line, and just relax your toes. Use your upper body strength to create the flexibility you want in your lower body. So biceps should be bulging. Elbows are in toward your midline. Press the back of your neck into the floor. If your left calf muscle isn't touching the mat, just flex your left toes. Pull a little bit harder at the end. Release. Straighten out your right leg, left side. Bend your left knee. Pull as much as you can. So again, relying on your biceps to create that opening in your left side hip. Make sure that your knee and your ankle are in one line, just like you did on the other side. Pressing the entire backside body into the floor. Feel that pinch. Hold it. Release. Straighten out your left leg. For the third part, bend both of your knees at the same time. Bring your knees to your chest, and then grab for whatever you can, your elbows, your wrists, your forearms, whatever you can. Just make sure you're as tight and as compact as you can be. Press the backside body into the floor, chin down to your chest, always encouraging that length from your neck down to your tailbone. Give yourself a tight squeeze into your knees, and then your knees into your chest. Release. Straighten out your legs, arms down to both sides. Savasana. And now we go into a sit-up. Squeeze your legs together, flex your toes, extend your arms up, cross your thumbs. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Double jerk and exhale, bend your elbows down. Then come right back up. We're going to go into our spine strengthening series, starting with Locust pose. So as you lay onto your stomach, straighten out your legs. Place your hands underneath your shoulders. Squeeze all 5 fingers of both of your hands together. Squeeze your elbows in toward your midline, and then zip up your legs. Press the tops of your feet into the mat. Keep your chin forward, your eyes up. As you inhale, lift your upper body off of the floor. Keep your glutes tight, your hips pressing into the mat. Squeeze your elbows in, drive them down to your hips, and then bring them into your midline. Look up high so you can stretch your throat. As you look up, maybe press your hands into the floor just a little bit to come up higher. Squeeze, lift, lengthen, and then release. You're going to go right into your locust. Arms go underneath your body, palms face down. Get your pinkies to touch. Keep your chin forward, your eyes forward. Relax your left leg. Lock your right knee. On your inhale, lift your right leg up. Keep your right leg energized. Stick straight. The sole of your right foot parallel to the ceiling. Keep your right quad engaged. Lift up high just by squeezing your right butt cheek. Come up a little bit higher.
and then release. Slowly bring your right leg down. Lock your left knee. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Again, going for the length more than the height. But if you've got the height, that's good for you. Squeeze your left butt cheek, come up a little bit more. Sole of your left foot is facing the ceiling. Your quad is engaged, chin is still forward, feeling the opening down your entire front side body. Change. Left leg comes down. Third part, you're gonna bring your mouth down like you're kissing the floor. Keep your neck in line with your spine. Bring your hands closer to your knees. Spread your fingers wide. Keep your mouth on the floor. Squeeze your legs together. Take a deep breath in, and then lift both of your legs up. Press your hands into the floor, squeeze your glutes, your legs together. Press your hands into the mat. Feel the weight shift to your shoulders. Come up higher. Breathe, squeeze, and then release. Slowly come down. Bring your arms out from underneath you. We're going to go into full locust. Bring your arms out to a T. Reach your fingertips apart. Keep your chin away from your chest. Make sure your legs still stay together. Toes remain pointed. Chin forward, eyes forward. As you inhale, lift your arms and your legs at the same time. Drop your head back. Look up towards the ceiling. Point your toes. So here, opening up your chest, squeezing your shoulder blades together. As you point your toes, go for that extension. Press your hips into the mat. Lift up higher. Arms up, legs up, head up. Change, come right back down. And get ready for your floor bow. Last posture and spine strengthening. Bend your knees. Grab the tops of your feet. Keep your toes pointed right away. Squeeze your knees and your thighs together. Your chin should be forward. Your eyes are up. Commit to kicking and breathing the entire time. Release the air from your lungs now. And on your inhale, kick your legs up and back. Drive your toes up nice and high. Roll the weight forward to the softest part of your belly, then drop your head back. Kick with every ounce of energy that you have. Feel your thighs lift off of the floor. Drop your head back. Drive your toes up higher. Feel the opening in your front side body. Your quads are getting nice and opened up. Drive your toes higher. Kick, kick, change. Slowly come down. Mount into your mat. Turn your head to the right, left ear on the floor, be still. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, turn your head to the left, right ear on the floor. So you're stretching both sides of your neck here. Spine strengthening is now complete. Gonna get ready now for fixed firm. Push yourself up. Sit on your heels. And then once you get there, and once your shoulders are over your hips, separate your feet so that you have enough room for your hips to fall right in between your feet. You want your toes to face the back edge of your mat. You want your feet to be parallel to the sides of your mat. Take a deep breath in here. If your hips are not on the floor, you're going to stay lifted just like this. But if your hips are all the way onto the mat, then you have healthy knee flexibility. You can go to the deepest expression. To do that, bend one elbow at a time. Drop your head back. Press the back of your head into the floor. Lower your shoulders onto the mat. You can stay in any part of the posture that you'd like. I'm going to go to the deepest expression by bringing my arms up and overhead. Grabbing opposite elbows, lift your chest, your stomach. Try to squeeze your knees together, making sure your knees do not lift off of the floor. Bring your chin down. Watch your chest rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. Squeeze your knees as close to each other as you can. Feel the opening in your quads. Change. Nice job, everybody. Hands back onto your feet. Use your elbows to come up. Bring your feet underneath your hips. Get ready for half tortoise. Take a moment here to stack your shoulders over your hips. Squeeze your thighs together. On your inhale, sweep your arms up. Press your palms into each other. Keep your spine long, chin away from your chest. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down using your core strength. You want your forehead to touch the floor first, then the blades of your pinky fingers. Keep your arms long and energized. Drive your hips back to your heels. Feel the opening down your backside body. Squeeze your thighs into each other.
Your chin should be away from your chest. Press your palms into each other. And then just make sure that only your pinkies are touching the mat. Chin is forward. You're looking at one blank spot on the mat rather than your knees as a way to encourage more lengthening in your spine. Change. Come up the exact same way you went in, using that core strength that you've been building throughout class. As you exhale, bring your arms down. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. We're going to go into Camel. Walk up to the top of your mat. Measure 6 inches between your knees and your feet. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Place your hands on your hips. Squeeze your elbows in. The more you bring them in, the more your chest is going to open. Now, press your knees into the floor. Look up high. Feel the opening in your throat. Drop your head back. And then now with your inhale, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, push your hips forward. Remember to bring your elbows in a little bit more. That way you open up your chest. With every inhale, lengthen. With every exhale, push, push. And then as you drop your head back, if you can see the back wall behind you, you have the option of reaching for your heels. If your hands are on your hips, you're still getting all the benefits of the backward bend. If you're going for the full expression, drive your hips forward more. Try to get your hips to go past your knees. Lift your chin and your chest. Feel the opening down your entire front side body. Eyes should still be open. Breath is still flowing. Change. Place your hands on your hips. Come right back up. Spine is long. And then as you exhale, bring your hips down. Bring your heels back together. We're going to now go into rabbit. I'm moving to the back of my mat. If you have a towel over your mat, that's perfect. Fold that towel over your heels. I don't have a towel today, so I'm going to do it without. You're welcome to join me if you want. So when you get into your rabbit, you want to grab your heels from the outside. Your thumbs are on the outside, fingers are in the inside. Keep the grip on your heels the entire time. Start by stacking your shoulders over your hips. Bring your chin down to your chest, and as you exhale, curl in. Curl yourself into a tiny little ball. Get your forehead and your knees to touch, the crown of your head to touch the mat. Once that happens, lift your hips up, roll forward. Lock your elbows. Keep that grip on your heels. If there's any gap between your forehead and your knees, walk your knees up. Make sure your heels stay connected. Keep the grip on your heels. Bring your hips up a little bit higher. The more you roll forward, the more opening you create in your backside body. Press the tops of your feet into the floor. Lift your hips just a little bit higher. Change. Slowly come right back out the exact same way you went in. So take your time stacking your vertebrae over each other. You're going to lift your head at the very end. You get a little Savasana here. Extend your legs out to straight. Arms down both sides of your body. Beautiful work. Melt your backside body into the floor. Open up your chest. Melt into your mat. And now you get an energizing sit-up. Squeeze your legs together. Arms come up and overhead. Cross your thumbs. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Double jerk and exhale. Get ready now for separate leg stretch. Bring your right leg out. Sole of your left foot presses into your inside of your right thigh. Keep your spine nice and long. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. Interlock all 10 fingers, pivot to the right, round down, grab your right flex foot. So if your forehead and your knee don't touch automatically, just bend your knee little by little to make it happen. You want your shoulders to stay square to the mat, your chin to be digging into your chest. It's going to get in the way of your breathing. You can take shallow breaths here, but remember, in through your nose, out through your nose. Bend your elbows down more. Feel the rounding in your upper back. Chin to your chest a little bit more. Bring your left shoulder down, left elbow down, roll inside to the left. Change. Come up as you inhale. Extend your left leg out, right leg comes in. Turn to the left, take a deep breath. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips. Keep that grip. All 10 fingers interlocked. Pull your elbows down. Not just opening up the back of your left leg, it's more about the compression between your upper and your lower body. So if your forehead and your knee are not making contact, do what you need to do to make it happen. That means bending your left knee. Bring your right elbow down this time, right shoulder down, roll inside to the right. If your left knee is long, lift your heel off of the floor. Change. Come up as you inhale. Extend both of your legs out to straight, and then slowly roll all the way back, and then roll all the way back up. Stretching pose. Keep your feet all the way together. Walk your hips back so that you're all the way onto your sits bones. Start by keeping your spine long. Reach your arms up. I'll show you from the side. Reach your arms up. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. Reach for the outsides of your feet or grab your big toes. Keep your chin forward, your eyes forward. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, bend your elbows down. So you want to keep your spine long. You want to keep your hips pressing into the floor. Feel that release in your lower back. Feel the opening down the backs of both of your legs. Your chin should be forward. Your eyes are forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, pull. Lower your chest closer to your thighs. One more round. Inhale. Exhale, pull. Change. Slowly roll all the way back up. And then lay down into your Savasana. Take a tiny little break. Open up your chest. Press your backside body into the floor. Beautiful work, everybody. We've got one more posture, a breathing exercise, and then we're going to the yin side. Let's do a sit-up, arms up, cross your thumbs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, and double jerk. Bend your elbows down. All right, going into spine twist. You're going to bend your left knee, swing your right leg up and then over. I'm showing you from the side. Your right hand is going to go behind you, fingertips face away from your body. Keep your spine long as you inhale, reach your left hand up. On your exhale, either grab your knee or your mat, but remember to keep your spine nice and long. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, look past your right shoulder. So you want to open up your chest to the side of your mat. Again, extend through the crown of your head. Look past your right shoulder, maybe even behind you. Try to get your chest parallel to the side of your mat. Press your right hand into the floor. Use that as leverage to twist just a little bit deeper. Release. Switch out your legs. Bend your right knee. Swing your left leg up and then over. Make sure both of your hips are squared to the mat. If your hips are not, you have the option of straightening out your right leg. I'm doing it on this side. Bring your left hand behind you. Reach your right arm up. As you exhale, catch your left thigh with your right elbow. Press your left hand into the floor. Look past your left shoulder. Open up your chest. Again, keeping your spine long, your hips digging into the mat. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, twist, twist, release. We're going to go right into our final breathing exercise. It's going to be hard for me to do the breathing exercise and to teach you, so I'm going to guide you through it, but I'll help you get set up, obviously. Find a comfortable seat. Crisscross applesauce is my go-to, but you can also go into hero's pose. So wherever you go, place your hands on your knees. Keep your spine long and your chest lifted. Remember, your Kapalbhati breathing is exhale only. All of your breath starts right at your belly. You're just going to take quick bursts of breath out through your mouth. Your inhales are going to happen automatically. So as a refresher, if you haven't done this in a long time, it's going to look and sound like this. Quick bursts of energy. Keep your shoulders relaxed, even your face. That's all you got to do. All right, get settled in here. Keep your spine long, and then begin. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Relax your shoulders. Roll them out if you need. Take some time here, close your eyes. This is going to be your reset before we go into the yin portion of class. As you close your eyes here and then just sink into your mat, Take some time to acknowledge the shift that's happened in your body. You've done so much over the past 45 minutes. We still have a little bit more to do. These deep stretches that we're going into are going to be so beneficial for your body, especially after the strengthening that you just did with the last Hatha sequence. The more you relax now, the more energy you'll have for the next 15 minutes. Wherever you are with your breath, go ahead and exhale. Make your next inhale the slowest one of your week so far. Open your mouth, exhale, sigh it out. One more breath, just like that. Mouth open, exhale. Go ahead and blink your eyes open if you want, or if you would like, you can keep them closed. I'm guiding you into our first yin posture. It is called shoelace with eagle arms. So your feet, if you are in crisscross applesauce, you're going to keep your legs just like that. As you inhale, sweep your arms up. On your exhale, swing your right arm underneath your left. We're going into eagle arms. So just like we did during the Hatha sequence, you're bringing your right elbow underneath your left. You want to lift your elbows just a little bit so that they are in line with your shoulders. Bring your fingertips away from your forehead. That's going to open up your backside body. You're going to press your hips into the floor. Maintain a nice, long, lengthened spine. And now that you are here, close your eyes. All you have to do is breathe. All you have to do is be present. Making sure that where your elbows are, stay exactly like that. Try to keep the tops of your shoulders relaxed, but your hips still connecting to the ground more and more. The more grounded you are with your hips, the more energy you'll be able to take in, the more you'll be able to sustain holding this posture. What you're getting out of it is a nice open back. So many of us carry our tension in our shoulders. You're releasing a lot of that just by being here. And with the yin, once you find that sweet spot, try not to move. The less movements you make, just like in your Savasana, the less movements you make, the less your body has to work. And so what yin is about is honoring your passive side, allowing your body to melt to wherever it's going to be today. And every single day is different. Think only about all the space that you are creating. Think about your breath. Stay for one more round of breath. Exhale. And then slowly reach your arms all the way back up. So uncross your eagle arms. Sweep your arms up and overhead. Uncross your legs. So switch your legs out. Bring the opposite leg forward. Your arms are still lifted. And then as you exhale, swing your left arm underneath your right. We're going to the other side. You can interlock all 10 fingers if you need some help. Remember to bring your elbows up so they're in line with your shoulders. And then bring your fingertips away from your forehead. So that 90-degree angle with your arms. Your hips are connecting to the mat. You already did this on the other side, so you already know how good it's going to feel in your backside body. Commit to that grounding with your hips. Commit to that relaxing energy that you are bringing to your body. So it's a little bit of a balance, just like yoga, right? Grounding, lightness, so much focus, and all the breath. With your next inhale, lengthen through the crown of your head a little bit. With your next exhale, maybe press your hips into the floor a little bit more. Keep the tops of your shoulders relaxed. The crown of your head is just energetically reaching up towards the ceiling. That way you maintain a nice and lengthened spine. That way you're still maintaining all that energy in your core. Pull your belly into your spine. Commit to your breath. One more round. Release. Sweep your arms all the way up. Take your time. Reach your arms up. And then slowly bring your arms down to both sides. Spread your legs far apart for a wide leg stretch. You're going into dragonfly. You want your heels to press into the floor. Keep your spine long. Your hips are digging into the mat. Place your hands right in front of your pelvis. And then as you exhale, just slowly walk your fingertips away from your body. So a couple of things to keep in mind as you make this slow walk to the top of your mat. Make sure your hips stay connected to the floor. Make sure that your spine is long. That way you're still opening up your spine. The more you reach your fingertips away from your body, the more you'll feel the opening in your hips. I have a lot more flexibility than most people, so I'm going to be able to drop my forearms down. If you're comfortable with your arms straight, then stay just like this. Find your deepest expression and stay there. We will be here for 5 rounds of breath. Make sure your neck is long. So crown of your head down to your tailbone is nice and lengthened. You're sending your breath to the backs of your legs, your inner thighs, your hips. The muscles in your upper body are in a relaxed state. Your breath, more than ever, is more intentional. And the slower you can breathe, the better your body will feel. When you are done with your 5 rounds, walk your fingertips back toward your body as slowly as you went into the posture. You are done when your shoulders are right over your hips. Slowly bring your feet back to center. You can bend your knees if you want. We're going to go into pigeon next, starting with your left leg forward. So going into your pigeon, you want to keep your left foot flexed. Square off your hips so that they are parallel to the floor. Walk your right toes towards the back edge of your mat. I'm going to stay lifted just for a few moments. So taking a little bit more time here to square off my hips to the mat. Feel the opening in your front side body. When you are ready, you're going to move into your sleeping pigeon. So go ahead, bend your elbows, and lower your chest slowly to the floor. When you find yourself in your sleeping pigeon, you have different options here. I have my elbows bent right now, and I'm just dropping my head down, keeping my upper body heavy. This is one variation. To take it even deeper, you can create a pillow with your forearms and drop your forehead onto one of your arms. This is opening up your outer left hip. Remember to keep your left foot flexed to protect your left knee. If there's any tension in your body, any tension in your mind especially, take one slow round of breath to clear your mind so that you can be fully present for this amazing and delicious hip opener. Keep your shoulders and your hips square to the mat. One more round of breath. Release. If you drop down, straighten out your arms, lift up your chest, and then bring your right foot forward. Extend your left leg back. Same thing. Take the time that you need to square off your hips, remembering that each side is different. So you want to square off your hips to the mat. Keep your chest open and lifted. Walk your left toes back. Make sure your toes are perfectly facing the back edge of your mat. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, go into your deepest expression of sleeping pigeon. Taking whichever variation your body or this side is craving. So either resting on your elbows, dropping down to your forearms, resting your forehead on one of your arms. You can also thread your left arm through. I didn't tell you that on the other side, so maybe don't take that option here, but next time I will remember. When you go into your sleeping pigeon, just like you did on the other side, be as passive as you can be, melting completely into your mat. Feel your outer right side hip open. Feel your chest inch closer to the floor. Allow your upper body to be heavy. And if possible, make your inhales and exhales even slower. Release slowly. Make yourself way back up, straightening out your arms. You're going to bring your left foot forward, coming up to a seat. The last posture we're going to do is child's pose. So as you know, child's pose has two different variations. I'll leave it up to you, whatever your body is craving today. So two different variations. You can go into your wide leg child's pose, which is going to allow you to open up your hips a little bit more. We already did a lot of hip openers today. Take your hip opening a little bit further by going into your wide leg child's pose. Or if you have any tightness in your lower back, you can bring your knees all the way together. And rather than keeping your arms forward, bring your arms down both sides of your body. So I'm going to demonstrate this one. Whichever variation you want to go into, find yourself in your deepest expression at your own time. So remember, either knees apart and arms forward, or bring your knees together and walk your fingertips toward your feet. Whichever option you take, you want your forehead on the mat. Feel your upper body get heavy. And then try and relax as best as you can. This is the last posture we're going to do today. Just like we did in our last pigeon, try to make each round of breath just a little bit slower than the last. Not only is that going to calm you mentally and physically, it's going to allow you to get into your stretch just a little bit deeper. You're also challenging the capacity of your lungs when you play around with how long you can hold your breaths. When you challenge your lung capacity, you'll be able to breathe so much easier. When you're able to take slower and deeper breaths, you'll notice that tension will not be around for as much as it normally is in your body. Your slow breaths have so much power. Not just when you're on your mat, but even when you leave the space. So as you lay here in this child's pose, notice what it's already doing to your body. Notice how much more relaxed you are just from the short time doing these yin postures.
Notice how much more open your body is becoming the more you are able to relax. Feel all the space that you have already created, but will continue to create the more you surrender to your practice. The beauty of practicing at home is that you're there in the comfort of your own safe space. It is my hope that you are feeling super relaxed at this moment. It's my hope that with the space that you have created, you feel a new and light, refreshing energy take over your body. If you're not completely there yet, please stay in your child's pose. If you're not there, just breathe. If you're already there and you want to stay there, please, by all means, take as much time as you need. My friends who are ready, you're going to come out of this child's pose as slowly as possible. So for me, I'm just going to walk my hands underneath my shoulders so I can push up. If your arms are up and over your head, you're going to bring them in. Take your turn to curl up one vertebra at a time. Your head will be the last thing to lift. Kick your legs to one side. Find a comfortable seat. Again, my friends, in child's pose, please stay as long as you want. If you came out of this and if you are in your seated position, keep your eyes closed. Sit up as tall as you can, shoulders away from your ears. As you inhale, bring your arms all the way up. Press your palms into each other. On your exhale, slowly bring your thumbs right to your chest. Bring your elbows in toward your body. Shoulders are so relaxed at this moment. Hopefully your mind is still clear. As you feel your heart beat, remind yourself of the things in your life that you are grateful for. Hopefully your health is on top of that list. I'm grateful for my health. I'm also grateful for this time that we spent together today. From the bottom of my heart to yours, namaste. Slowly blink your eyes back open. Bring your hands down. To my friends still in your child's pose, I'm so happy for you. To my friends who are seated upright with me, I'm so happy for you. Thank you so much for practicing with us today. From me and from the entire Blue Moon Yoga family, we are grateful for your support. We are grateful for all of your donations. They have kept this operation going. They're also doing so much to keep our orange juice operation going. In case you didn't know, we have been working around the clock to provide juices for our first responders and essential workers who are at hospitals, at different places, who are working around the clock just to keep our community healthy. And it's the least that we can do just to say thank you for everything that they're doing. So the donations that you are making to our website through our Venmo are partially going towards that. So any donation is welcome. We are grateful for all of it. Thank you so much for being a part of our family and for making time for your practice today. Thank you again.